What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube. We are in week 2, day 3 of the new strength training blog, and today is a deadlift focus day. I have conventional deadlifts with 370 pounds for a 5x5, and I'm not gonna lie, this is when the volume starts to pick up. Everybody likes hitting heavy singles in the gym, but nobody actually talks about what builds them. All right, so the weight isn't anything too crazy today, but I'm still accumulating good volume. So I'm doing 5 sets of 5. 5 sets of 5 is a good set and rep range because you're building strength but not frying your CNS. Some days the deadlift is going to feel heavier than usual. Thank goodness today that's not one of those days. But the reason for that is because strength isn't linear. Sometimes it's not about the weight that you're using, it's about the output. All right, so now that the main work is done, it's time to start doing the things that actually increase the lift, the accessory work. So the first supplemental lift I'm going to be using today is the pause deadlift. I've been having great success with that alternate or secondary lift now for a while, so I'm going to keep implementing it. Once again, that's because my weak point is right at or just below the knees. All right. There was a question that got left on one of my videos. Why not just do regular deadlifts and not the supplemental lifts? Well, when you are doing, if you just train regular deadlifts, the deadlift is a very taxing exercise. All right. Plus, the way you pick up the weight and your form, you're probably going to be having weak points within your lift. Everybody does because of their frame and the way their body is. Everybody's different. All right. So if you just keep doing deadlifts over a period of time, you'll notice that the bar might slow down. Either it might be hardest when you pick it up off the floor, it might be hardest midway, or it might be hardest lockout. That's just based on your individual genetics. All right. So if you just keep training the deadlift, you're going to probably have that weak point, especially as you progress and start putting on more weight onto the bar. So by doing supplemental lifts and by doing your accessories that target your weak areas, you will be strong. You can get stronger at those weak points that you developed and overcoming them without generating the same amount of fatigue by just hammering deadlifts over and over and over again. All right, so for the pause deadlifts, I have 305 pounds for a 4x3. So let's get it. So using lighter weight in the pause deadlifts, I'm controlling the weight better at my weak point. This is going to transfer back over to my conventional deadlift and give me more power throughout the mid range. all this high rep volume for my accessory work is to safely work and strain the muscles that are involved with building the deadlift and to pump blood into them for recovery. Essentially what I'm trying to do is build my muscle fibers into elevator cables so they can lift thousands of pounds and not snap. All right, so the last of the accessory work is going to be my core. I got hanging leg raises, planks, and crunches. The core is one of the most underrated muscles when it comes to deadlifting, all right? If you don't have a strong core and you can't brace, deadlifts are going to be really hard for you. All right, solid session today, nothing really crazy, but this is the work that adds up week by week and will lead to a bigger pull. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. I appreciate it. If you appreciate me, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to have yourself a nice day. Peace.